Welcome to Legally Blissed Conversations in the third episode of the series Asked and Answered. I'm your host, Suzi Hixon, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. I've been a practicing trademark attorney for about 20 years, and I'm here to empower our slightly more junior sisters-in-law with practical advice and tips and insights on how to navigate the real-world challenges that they're facing in their legal careers. In each episode of Asked and Answered, I will do my best to tackle your burning questions and share my personal experience and wisdom to help you thrive in the legal world as a junior associate. I'll try to be that mentor that I wish I had had as a junior associate. From navigating workplace dynamics to mastering that work-life balance, if it even exists, I've got your back. So let's get started with today's question. Today's question comes from Carmen L. in Florida. And this is Carmen's question. She writes, as a young lawyer, I'm passionate about my work and always want to give it my all. However, as my career has progressed, I've noticed that my job has started to take over my life. I'm constantly working long hours, bringing work home with me, and never seem to have any downtime. I've started to realize that I'm neglecting my personal life and my own well-being. I've noticed weight gain. I rarely have time for hobbies or activities that I enjoy, and I'm always feeling stressed or burnt out. I know that while self-care is important, I'm just not sure how to make it a priority when I'm already so busy with work. I feel like I'm in a catch-22 situation. If I take time for myself, I feel guilty for neglecting my work. If I focus on my work, I feel guilty for neglecting myself. I'm wondering if there are any strategies or tips for balancing a demanding legal career with personal life and self-care. How do other successful lawyers manage to have a fulfilling personal life while still excelling in their careers? I want to be the best lawyer I can be, but I also want to be happy and healthy outside of work. Thanks, Carmen. Wow. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing your question and your challenges, Carmen. It's clear that you are passionate about your work, but it's essential for you to really find that balance between your professional and personal life, if it really even exists. It's not uncommon for young lawyers to experience this challenge. I know that I did. And I hope that some of the tips that I'm going to provide you show you a sustainable path towards more happiness and well-being in your career. Once you start letting that self-care lapse in your life, this also leads to mental health challenges, and it will be that much harder for you to be an awesome lawyer for your clients. So you have to prioritize you as an individual. So here are some strategies that I hope will help you bring you back to yourself. So the first strategy is defining your values. This is a crucial step in balancing your professional and your work life. So by understanding what really matters to you, you can make more intentional choices about how you allocate your time and energy. So take some time to reflect on your core values and what's genuinely important to you in your personal and professional life. So consider aspects of your life like your personal relationships, your physical and mental health, your personal growth, your spiritual journey, and your career success. So by clearly defining your values, you'll be better equipped to make decisions that align with your values. And this will really help you find a balance and fulfillment in your life. Always keep your values at front and center and refer to them when making decisions. And I literally mean front and center, like writing them on a piece of paper and having it sitting next to your computer monitor. So by defining and prioritizing your values, you can create a really solid foundation for a more balanced and meaningful life, ensuring that your decisions and your actions that follow from those decisions consistently align with your true values. It's the foundation of everything. It's something that I failed to do as a young lawyer. And I think that I was really misguided in a lot of ways. And I wasn't making decisions that aligned with my values. So I have to really impress upon you the importance of sitting down and making it an exercise a true exercise in figuring out your values. They're all unique. And when you go through life changes, if you have a baby, if you get married, if you choose another job, if you decide to run a marathon, you may need to sit down and evaluate your values at that time. So the next thing I want you to think about is defining and setting boundaries. Determine which aspects of your life are most important to you and establish boundaries to protect them. So this might include setting specific work hours, not taking work home. But if you do, create a separate workplace for your work. Don't do it on the couch or the kitchen table, right? You might even want to establish a no work policy during certain times of the day, or maybe on the weekends, or if you can't do the whole weekend, can you do it for a Sunday? Can Sunday be your no work day? So if you have a fear of losing relationships or work because you're having to set boundaries, remind yourself that you probably don't want to have relationships or work with people who don't respect your boundaries or who don't think that it's important to have boundaries in the first place. So third, I want you to think about proactively scheduling self-care ahead of time. So this is how you become a better advocate for you, which is the foundation of everything. Treat your self-care as an essential appointment that you can't miss. Block out time on your calendar for your important activities like exercise, meditation, or hobbies or recreational activities that you participate in. And ask yourself, can I make these non-negotiable? I think that you can. Think about it. Think about how you can make these activities non-negotiables for you. So by scheduling in your self-care, you're prioritizing your well-being and ensuring that it doesn't get overlooked, which is really easy to do. Once we really start thinking about our own self-care, it's easy to kind of sweep it to the side and not think about it. So you might have to get it on the calendar before anything else. Next, I want you to think about when you can say no. As a young lawyer, it can be really tempting to take on every single opportunity that comes your way, every work project, every presentation request, right? However, it's really essential to be selective about your commitments and learn to say no when necessary. So prioritize tasks that align with your long-term goals and your values, of course, and delegate tasks that don't if you can. Ask yourself if the work that you're being asked to do is actually high value work. This is also really important. So consider saying no to anything that isn't or that doesn't align with your values, of course. So next, I want you to think about how you can build a support network. Connect with other lawyers who share similar goals and values, and most importantly, similar values. A strong, a strong support network can provide encouragement, advice, and camaraderie, helping you to stay motivated and navigate the challenges of balancing work and personal life. So Legally Blissed is a community specifically designed for women lawyers, and it's an example of a strong support network with women who have similar values. And finally, don't forget to celebrate your successes. Acknowledge your achievements, both big and small. When someone acknowledges your achievement, say thank you. Don't ignore it, just absorb it. Say thank you. And quit undermining kind of your own achievements. This will really help you stay motivated or remind you that the progress you are making in both your personal and professional life. So remember, Carmen, it's essential to take care of yourself to be the best lawyer that you can be. I hope that by implementing these strategies, you can create a more balanced and fulfilling life and excel in your career while also enjoying your personal life. Again, stay committed to prioritizing your self-care, and you'll not only be a successful lawyer, but also a healthier, happier individual. So this wraps up today's episode of Asked and Answered on Legally Blissed Conversations. If you have a question or a topic you would like to discuss on a future episode, even anonymously, be sure to connect with me on LinkedIn and just shoot me a DM there. I will have a link to LinkedIn below this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please think about giving it a thumbs up and share it with any friends or colleagues that you think might find it of value. And of course, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And if you're listening to this on a podcast, please leave a review because it goes a long way, more than you even think, in helping other women lawyers find this content. If you're looking for more help on setting boundaries, finding a mentor, learning how to say no, building a support network, or even defining your values, consider joining our community, Legally Blissed. We are a community for women lawyers who believe that to be the best advocate for others, we must also be excellent advocates for ourselves and each other. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next episode of Asked and Answered as I continue supporting and uplifting other female lawyers in their legal journeys. So ladies, stay determined and let your values and passion for justice guide you. Have a beautiful day.